It was a quiet morning in Kargil, 1999. The mountains stood tall, covered in snow, and the wind carried the smell of gunpowder and fear. Among hundreds of brave soldiers stationed near the line of control, one name stood out: Captain Aarav Mehta, 27 years old, known for his calm courage and gentle smile. Aarav hadn't been home in almost 8 months. His mother's last letter still lay folded inside his pocket, the ink slightly smudged by snow and sweat. Every night before sleeping, he'd read it again, whispering softly, "I'm fine, Ma. I'll come home soon." But fate had already written something else. June 18th, 1999, the war was at its peak. Heavy shelling echoed through the valley as Pakistani forces tried to reclaim the captured peaks. Aarav and his team were assigned a near-impossible mission to hold Point 4875, known as the Tiger Hill flank. The climb was deadly, the night freezing, and visibility near zero. Still, they moved, inch by inch, carrying their rifles, courage, and hope. Halfway up, Aarav was hit by shrapnel near his shoulder but refused to stop. "We don't stop till the flag stands again," he said through clenched teeth. By dawn, the Indian flag waved proudly once more. But Aarav collapsed behind a boulder, his blood soaking the snow beneath him. When backup arrived hours later, they found him barely breathing. In his hand, a small crumpled piece of paper written in shaky handwriting. It was a letter, unfinished but powerful. The letter read, "Ma, if this reaches you before I do, know that I fought with every breath. Tell Papa," I remembered his words, "that bravery is not living without fear, but facing it anyway. Tell thee not to cry. And Ma, please water my plants every morning. They bloom better when you talk to them. If I don't come home, just know your son didn't die in fear. He died protecting love, land, and you." Those were his last words. 2 weeks later, his belongings were sent home in a sealed trunk. His uniform, a diary, a watch, and that single letter. When his mother opened it, her hands trembled. She pressed it to her heart and whispered, "My son came home," through his words. That letter was later framed and placed inside the Indian Army Museum in Delhi, titled "The Last Letter." Even today, school children stop in front of that frame and read it in silence. Some cry, some smile, but everyone walks away remembering one truth: that heroes don't just live in stories, they live in the letters they leave behind. Years later, an old soldier who fought beside Aarav visited the museum. He stood before the glass, saluted, and said quietly, "He didn't just write a letter, he wrote our courage." Outside, the tricolor fluttered high against the wind, and somewhere, perhaps, the spirit of Captain Aarav Mehta smiled, knowing his last message had finally reached home. Clapperboard in line. Some letters are never posted, yet they find their way home, written not in ink, but in sacrifice.